So we are continuing Mesillas Hashem in Perek Chaf Beis, the Midas Ha'anava. Midas Ha'anava. So we'll say a really beautiful statement of the Ramchal. So we'll say the Ramchal is talking about this idea that a person really cannot become a Bal Gaiva, cannot become arrogant, they must remain humble, even with all of their gifts. Why? Because the gifts, the ability, the kochos that we have are given to us in a custodial capacity, with which right to do good for the other. Therefore the Ramchal says, Al Kain, Therefore, the Ramchal writes, a person has to give perpetual thanks and ultimately to be humbled by the gifts they have in life. To what can this be compared? This can be compared to a pauper. Right? A pauper gets a gift from someone who is wealthy. Shabbos say, does the pauper become arrogant? Of course not, right? The pauper is humbled. And the more the pauper gets, the more humbled he becomes by the enormous display of generosity by his benefactor. Shabbos says, listen to this. So therefore the Ramchal says, that's what life is with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shabbos says, whatever I have in life is a gift from Hashem. I am the ani. I am the pauper. Let's say, a pauper is totally reliant on others. I am absolutely, wholly, fully, and totally reliant on the Ribono Shel Olam. I am reliant, and therefore, again, when I have beautiful gifts in life, I have to feel like that pauper who is fundamentally humbled by the generosity of his benefactor. What say, this Mashiv La Hashem, right? What could I possibly say to Hashem? Kol sagmelohi alai. Ultimately, again, I will say, what could I do because all of the good, that means all that Hashem has bestowed upon me. What could I say? What words do I have to even express my gratitude for all that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has bestowed upon me? I will say we see examples, unfortunately, of great people who thought that their gifts and their accomplishments were their own, and therefore, again, despite their incredible piety, were punished, were held accountable, ultimately, again, because they did not understand the nature of the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was their benefactor. Nehemia ben Chachalya, Amru Zichron Levracha, Mipnei Ma Lo Nikra Sifra Shemo, Mipnei Shechzik Tov Liatzma. It's very interesting. In the original order of Tanakh, there is not a Sefer Nehemiah. And I will say, it's interesting because the way we currently have Tanakh arranged, Nehemiah was broken out as its own Sefer. But in fact, Sefer Nehemiah is part of Ezra. So the Ramchal says, why is it, according to Maris Sanhedrin, why didn't Nehemiah go ahead and get his own Sefer? Why is he part of Sefer Ezra? Ultimately, because I will say, he looked at his accomplishments as his own. Now, obviously, I just want to point out, we're talking about great men, great tzaddikim. But I will say, what the Ramchal is pointing out is that even great tzaddikim could sometimes make the mistake of thinking that their accomplishments are their own. Ultimately, again, therefore, they're held accountable for that as well. He goes on, he says, V'chein Chizkiya, King Chizkiya, hu v'ganosi ala ira azos lamani leman David Avdi, ukima amar zichron levracha, kol hatola b'schus atzmo, which literally means when a person thinks that he has earned something for his own credit, right? I've earned this because of my own accomplishment, because of my own piety, tolam lo b'schus acherim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu reminds him that what you have in life is not because of you. What you have in life is because of the benefit or the schuyos of others. Harilecha, she'ein adam la'adam afilu lahachzik tov li'atzmal tavosav, v'choshkin shelo yisnase v'yigba b'hem. We'll say, what do you see from here? It's really an incredible thing. What do you see from here? You see from here that halacha l'maisa, when you have something in life, Rabbi say, never make the mistake of thinking that what you have is because of things you did, or that what you have is somehow because you earned it. A person has to go through life recognizing everything I have is a gift from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And I will say, so therefore, if I live life through that, if I live life with that mindset, what does that engender? It engenders constant and consistent humility. I will say also, I'll point out something else. See, there's a danger with living life thinking that you've earned things. Because if you live life and you think that you've earned something, it creates a mindset of magiali, that things are owed to me. We'll say the worst thing in life is to live life that anything's owed to you. If you live life with the mantra of nothing is owed to me, and I will say even more, no one owes me anything. No one owes me anything. If you live your life there, I will say, you know what, something amazing happens, which is every single time someone does something for you, it's like, wow. It's like the jackpot. As opposed to, we'll say, some people walk through life with a magiali attitude, an entitled attitude. They're angry at everyone. Right? Why are they angry at everyone? No one's coming through. No one's doing what they're supposed to. This one should have done this. I'm angry at my wife. I'm angry at my kids. I'm angry at my parents. I'm angry at my friends. I'm angry at everyone because no one's... Why? Because you feel entitled. You feel entitled. That's what I'm describing over here. But if you live life with zero entitlement, then again, everything that happens from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I feel no entitlement from God, and I feel no entitlement to anything from anyone around me. Then suddenly everything I get and everything I possess is such a beautiful gift that is given to me. It's incredible. Va'amnam, kol ze mimashu roi lahashiv alibo, mishiyeh ke'avram, kimoshe, ke'aron, kidav, v'rushar chasidim shezacharnu. So I'll say, again, the Ramchal just points out, this was the midah of our great leaders. Avram, Moshe, Aaron, David. They lived life with zero entitlement. Zero entitlement. So because they lived life with zero entitlement, they recognized that every single beautiful thing they had was a gift, was a matana from the Ribono Shel Olam. Aval anachnu yisomi yisomim. Eino notzrichim l'chol zeh, ki kvar yesh v'yesh itanu chesronos. Rabos, she'in sarich iyun gadol liros pechisusenu. Shabbos say, so the truth is we're so far off from the levels of our great leaders of yesteryear. But I will say one thing I do know. You know what tells me why I'm not entitled? Because I recognize all of my faults. Or at least I try to recognize all of my faults and all of my shortcomings. And when I realize that the truth is I don't measure up to even the person I'm capable of becoming, I recognize that I am entitled in reality to very little. He says, V'chol chachmasinu ka'in echshavas, ki ayoser chacham gadol shebeinenu, Einam kim tamidi atamidim asher kidoras harishonim. V'zeh ma sheroi shenavin v'neida be'emes v'lo yazuach aleinu libenu chinam ele nakir shedatenu kalo v'sichlenu chalosh ad ma'od. So we'll say now he's transitioning a little bit. Ramchal is transitioning to focusing on what else engenders humility. What else is realize what you are, but also realize what you're not. And when I realize the greatness of previous generations and how I don't measure up to that also engenders a sense of humility. Again, I want to point out, Ramchal is not telling me to feel bad about myself. Ramchal is just trying to get me to be real about myself. Hasichlos rabbanu v'atos koveres v'asher neida oso ein ele ma'at mina ma'at. Im kein vadai she'in ron lanu haynase klal el aboshes v'ashiflos v'zeh pashut. So we'll stop over here for today, but I'm just pointing out that what Ramchal is really highlighting is this incredible. So we'll say, two pieces. Piece number one, which is incredibly profound, don't live life with a sense of entitlement. Don't live life with magiali. If you live life feeling no one owes you anything, even HaKadosh Baruch Hu owes me nothing, then we'll say, what does that do? First of all, it's such a great way to live life, because then everything that you get is so exciting. And everything you receive, it's like the jackpot. And I will say, what else does it do? It engenders a sense of humility. That's number one. Number two, the Ramchal says, be ever aware of your deficiencies, of your faults, and of your shortcomings. Not in order to beat yourself up, but Lamaisa, to be fully cognizant of who you are, of what you are. And I will say that also engenders within us a profound sense of humility. I will say, Shkoyach, we'll stop over here to be continued tomorrow. All right, Chavron Zoom. Have a great day, everyone. A good Shabbos.